cooperation this talk wouldn't be possible. Obviously, Courtney referenced that little line that's used at the end of the show. But the reality is that producer Norman Felton had used a similar line at the end of Dr. Kildare, which he produced there. He used the to thank the American Medical Association for that cooperation, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I'm just going to bore you with just a couple of quick facts here, and then we'll get to some nice little cool videos or something there. So, before I came down here, somebody at work had asked me, they said, I work for the National Park Service, and we have, the interpreters, they're the tour guides, and I was asking them suggestions on how to present this talk. So I want to keep the talk kind of simple and just do the videos and let people enjoy that for what it is. And somebody said to me, they said, have you got a 2010 reference point? And I said, no, should I? And then I thought about it, and I did. I got an email from a coworker of mine who was watching an episode of Mad Men on the AMC channel. And that takes place around the spring of 1965. And they showed a clip on a television set from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. So he took a picture of the thing and he sent it to me and he said, what episode is it? Are we going to test me already here? So I looked at it and I said, that's the Hong Kong Shilling Affair. And then he goes, when did that air? I said, spring of '65. Well, Mad Men must do their homework because they got it right. And they didn't pick one from another season or something, and sure enough, black and white on the big television set in the living room kind of thing. But that's it. That's my reference to it. It shows that there's still some life in this series. Because the fact is, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which is a show that became the first show that I was really inspired by, the ripe old age of the world. It was sometimes considered a cult series. I think the reality is nowadays is it's not really a cult series because it doesn't have that. When you talk about the cult shows, you talk about Star Trek, you talk about The Honeymooners, you talk about I Love Lucy, The Brady Bunch, Gilligan's Island. It's for you, Dawn. And they don't talk about U.N.C.L.E. anymore. And I know a big reason of that is because it didn't get the exposure in the 1970s after it was off the air that all those shows got. So anytime I even mention Man from U.N.C.L.E. to somebody, they look at me completely bewildered, or they know exactly what I'm talking about. They go, yeah, I remember that show. Oh, really? What do you remember about it? Oh, Napoleon and Neely, I guess. That's about it. They don't really remember all this. And if I was to start to show them episodes of it, somebody says, oh, could you make me a copy of some episodes? I do. Chances are they're going to look at some of them and they're going to go, this is kind of a weird show. Well, it was different. It was ahead of its time. It's not a consistent series. Essentially, season 1, it was a fairly serious show with a bits of humor. Season 2, the producer that came in season 2 decided it needed more humor. Then season 3, Batman came along. And the C word came into play, camp. And boy, did it ever come into play. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and all kinds of other shows were getting so off the top. If you like Batman, that's great. But if you weren't into Batman and you had been following U.N.C.L.E. for a couple seasons, you're like, what the heck's going on here? So anyway, this is just a quick little tutorial. You'll be tested on this at the end, so just be ready for this. Man from U.N.C.L.E. was on 105 episodes from September 64 to January 68. Original title was Solo or Mr. Solo. Spinoff, of course, Girl from U.N.C.L.E., which was on one season, and believe me, you want to see camp, just check out an episode of Girl from U.N.C.L.E. The Solo character actually came about from, inadvertently or advertently, from Ian Fleming, who had written the James Bond books. He met with Norman Felton, who came up with the concept of an American TV spy show based on Dr. No more than anything. But I'm going to show a clip here right now because there were actually two things that Norman Felton was inspired by. If I can work the gadgets here, not another legend, so we'll do the best we can. Anyway, influence number 1 here for Norman Felton.
My name is Bond. James Bond. My instructions were implicit. I was to leave for Jamaica in 2 hours. License to kill. Miss Fang. To leave immediately. James Bond, 007. License to kill whom he pleases, where he pleases, when he pleases. From the elegant clubrooms of Mayfair to exotic island nightclubs. Amen. A strange adventure of intrigue, treachery, and love.
I was thinking, why don't you collect me my car? Lovely up here in the mountains.
The directions were easy to follow. She sent a few of her friends to make sure I didn't get lost. She thought I was dead, but I proceeded to prove her wrong. I thought it was always polite to mock last. They won't shoot me. Honey, from our very first meeting was everything that you could. She clung to me like a wet bathing suit. The business as usual came first. The pace was killing. That is my organization. Unfortunately, I misjudged you. You are just a stupid police whose luck is run out. Maybe it was my luck. Back to my deck in hot water. Or something blowing up in my face. Who lived dangerously with the superbly resourceful James Bond. The exclusive screen dramatization of the fabulous entertained millions of viewers. The exotic and tantalizing Dr. No. Some people will go to any extremes for a little privacy.
That was one of the influences that Norman Felton had to make it, but this was the other influence, the 1959 movie North by Northwest. This kept staying in Felton's mind. He wanted to use the concept of this movie as part of the show. The idea of an innocent person caught up in the adventure. In this case, Cary Grant.
I'm an advertising man, not a red herring. I've got a job, a secretary, a mother, 2 ex-wives, and several bartenders dependent upon me. And I don't intend to disappoint them all by getting myself slightly killed.
You can't fight it, Terry. Someone's out to get you, by violence, or by abduction. They'll even frame you for murder. So run for your life. Search for a man who doesn't exist, a secret nobody knows, and start a love affair.